Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your yearly reading for 2024. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with an in-depth look month by month of what you can expect. Also, I want you to be aware that there are some interesting shifts this year, a lot of positive opportunity and energy for you to tap into on a personal level, but I must make you aware that there are also some, interesting transits in terms of planetary alignments that may really affect the collective. So I thought it's really important to let you know across the board what to expect this year, both on a global scale as well as a personal level as well, okay? Now, this year it will be considered an intense and, transitional year full of plot twists, shocking exposés, and new technological firsts. And you're a very intuitive sign, so you probably already feel that there is a great shift coming, and this is that transitional year that kind of leads up to that as well. Now, this year it will be governed by the super serious planet Saturn, a great karmic retribution planet that can throw some tough lessons, challenges, or even course corrections our way, but ultimately it encourages us to get serious about our life path for our highest good. Now, I've already mentioned one of the most significant and powerful transits occurring on the 20th of January, Pluto moving into the maverick and revolutionary sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius energy, it rules society, social order, people's rights, infrastructure changes, as well as technological advances. And Pluto is also associated with the Judgment card, an awakening to connect to your soul on a deeper level, to reset or rebirth in some way. So expect like major wake-up calls and controversial revelations this year on a global scale. 2024 is a transitional year for major change, and it really is a big deal. Pluto does not change signs regularly, and it's often referred to as the generational planet. The last time that Pluto was actually in the sign of Aquarius long term was 1778 right through to 1798, where we had powerful uprisings in the form of the American and French revolutions. Now, I'm not saying that that's what we're going to experience again. However, the energy is supporting that, and perhaps, it may be an indication of how the collective might be feeling in years to come, because this energy is with us right up until 2043. Now, that is a long time. Now, every planet, it does have a positive and a negative, of course. And on the negative side, we might see more oppressive power plays or restrictions on freedoms of speech or changes in policies, rules, and regulations. But on the positive, we'll potentially see more power to the people moments, as Aquarius tends to join society together to exert their free will rather than to tear apart. Now, of course, we may actually see lots of U-turns this year as well. And last time, Pluto actually moved signs long-term was in 2008, and it was into the sign of Capricorn. Now, that rules money, governments, and power structures, and Pluto can be a very destructive force. In 2008, we saw one of the most notably difficult financial crashes the world has ever witnessed. And whilst Pluto will spend the majority of time in the sign of Aquarius, which is actually really positive, it will retrograde from September to November back into the sign of Capricorn. Now, this could indicate that we might potentially see some crisis moment economically. And also, as Pluto moves back into the sign of Aquarius, this is where we might also see a more global launch of economic technology, or something that we have never even seen before, as Pluto's influence in Aquarius fast tracks innovation, especially in the realm of technology and AI. So this is a perfect time. I always say this, and my guides are kind of underlining it for this year and next. It's a perfect time to get into the habit of downloading monthly statements, just to keep a documented proof of what you have in your accounts, should there be any gremlins in the system this year. Now, my guides are assuring me this is not to make anyone feel paranoid, okay? Prevention is better than cure, and I feel it's really about, creating a solid foundation and just being organized should there be any glitches. Pluto also reveals any hidden agendas, wrongdoings, or information kept from the collective or society, and from January the 20th onwards, you could see a lot more exposés. So do watch out for any distractions sent to camouflage these potentially controversial moments, because they will arise. Also, there is a strengthening of community this year to give a voice to the collective, a real desire to change the world for the better, and a yearning for more independence. And on a personal level, for you in particular, my beautiful Cancerians, Pluto asks you to see below the surface and not take things at face value. This transitional period will influence you in a major way to transform your life, reestablish your power, exert your independent nature, and do bold and daring things that you've never done before. Also, you'll feel compelled to integrate and spread your wings to fly. And on a psychological level, it will help you break negative patterns to free yourself up from any self-sabotage traits or self-doubt. Mercury, planet of communication, starts the year direct, making for a smoother transition into 2024, but it does retrograde shortly after, so make sure you save down any documents that you're working on before it retrogrades, because there could be a few glitches there as well. And if you're thinking about launching something online this year, it will be truly prosperous. Oh, I think they won that card for August. Yes. It will be truly prosperous. Just don't launch it during a Mercury retrograde, or make sure that you've got all the variables in place before you do that, because there could be some delays there as well. Humanity will actually access clear, logical thinking. You'll feel more organized to make swift decisions or changes to enable you to reach successful milestones in your life. Planning and strategizing will also be at the forefront of your mind. And Jupiter, planet of good luck, opportunity, expansion, it will be in the earth sign of Taurus. That's why it's so positive for the collective at the beginning of the year. So 2024, it might be more money focused, encouraging you to be mindful of budgets, to get serious about your goals with a renewed fire in your soul. Jupiter also aspects Saturn to start this year, which is truly fortuitous for the collective, adding extra luck. And then Uranus takes over with Jupiter to amplify that success, opportunity, and good luck overall, as well as encouraging you to seek new knowledge, either through classes of learning, books, or online downloads. Now, with all these shifts and plot twists, you may even find yourself being super flexible this year to combine all these elements and find new ways of earning money, especially online, to generate more finances, create security in an ever-changing environment. It will be more important than ever to create a space for mindfulness this year as well, to connect to nature and to focus on your true calling, as well as develop and nurture friendships and relationships and get more involved in the community. Now, there are some bumpy times ahead in 2024. I'm not going to lie to you. It's important to watch out, though, for 3 major events at the end of the year. So the beginning of the year looks pretty positive. I mean, there are some plot twists, but the overall majority energy, it seems to be quite positive there. But the events to look out for are Uranus retrograding from September, Jupiter retrograding from October, and Saturn direct from November. This combination occurred at the same time as the financial domino effect in 2008. When I did my research, I was like, OMG. This is a condition that could potentially set us all up for a bit of a wobble financially. But, I'm just letting you know of the planetary alignments. It doesn't have to go that way. It just feels that there's a climax point during that period. Now, ultimately, the year ahead has so much potential for you to tap into, and January is your blueprint to start from. so that you can, reach higher than ever before, recognize true happiness comes from within, and then it extends outwards, affecting your external circumstances. Also, establishing security, comfort, and prosperity throughout the year is available to you all as well. Now, your first cards, you've got a lot of good blessings coming your way. You have a grand trine energy as your overarching energy. And looking at your cards, roundabout... It's interesting because around about October, most signs are getting a tower, and I've already mentioned what to look out for at the end of the year. So even the cards are kind of hinting like this is a period that could be a hotbed for something major occurring in terms of world events. When every sign seems to be getting, the tower card in October, then you kind of know something's going down there, right? But we'll clarify it for you to see what it means for you on a personal level. All signs bar Virgo got the tower in that place. So your first card there is Cardinal Moon. And this is about your power. It's about taking charge, taking action in some area of your life. It says here, taking charge, literally that. Being bold, active, taking action, moving quickly, taking the initiative, leadership, pioneering spirit, and stepping into your power. Having that confidence to recognize that you are unique, and that is your superpower. That is that specialness that is about you. So I feel you are really stepping into that. And also, I feel like you're not allowing anyone to derail you from your plans this year. You're building healthier boundaries. Actually, I feel like you established those healthy boundaries in 2023, and now you're just making sure that they are firm in 2024 as well. This is also an energy of you being a little bit more strict with your time, not procrastinating, making sure that you're on top of your tasks. And I feel some of you may do something that you have literally never done before. So it could be learning how to buy property, or it could be learning how to set up a business, learning how to ice skate, learning how to do some rock climbing, because they're showing me someone right now rock climbing. When they clip the... I've never been rock climbing, so I don't really know. But and they've got like the ropes and things, and they clip it in, and they knock like little pieces into the rock. That can also translate as spiritually feeling very secure, or securing yourself to make sure. Because, when you secure yourself, and I'm given an image like that, it's like to protect yourself against a fall or a failure or something like that. But I see that you are secure. So whatever it is you're trying to launch or do something new in, I definitely see that you've got the green light from the universe to go ahead, because they're giving me this energy of, what if you knew that you could never fail? What if you knew that you would be successful beyond your wildest dreams? Would you go for it? What risks or chances would you take? But I definitely see that you're doing your due diligence before you launch anything or try something new, because I get this energy of investigation this year for you. And trying things out, really kind of like exploring what is available to you, feeling really curious about what the world has to offer. Now, also we have that Gemini energy there as well for you. And it says here, adaptable, informative, connected, communicative, talkative, superficial, restless, love variety, curious, and social. So this is really about you looking at, who and what adds value to your life. You're reestablishing your value. You're looking at people who invest in a friendship with you, people who really don't give you the time that you require or desire, or even, if you invest heavily in a person or a situation and you feel like you're not getting anything back from it, and it's not really meant to be on your path, you're really like, getting rid of it or stepping away from it. Also, I feel this symbol is very important for you. A puzzle piece, finding that missing piece. You may have gone through 2023 feeling like there's some ingredient that's missing from your life, and you're promising that you're going to find that ingredient, or, use more of that ingredient in your life this year. So that could be more fun, more spontaneity. More travel is what I see here for you as well. I see big travel here for you as well. 2 major trips happening for you this year. These could be large trips rather than just quick getaways. Don't get me wrong, I feel like there may be a few quick trips as well, but I feel 2 major vacations this year. If you're lucky enough to afford them, of course. But looking at the energy, I feel like you've put yourself in a position to be able to make these trips. So I do see prosperity coming in for you as well. Now, I'm being given an energy with this card. This is a year of important documents. Okay, so that's all I'm being given. So, I'm going to try and decode that energy. It could be that you need to look at your passport, see if it's in date, any visas, make sure that you're on it with dates and things like that. It could be like car documents, birth certificates, even like deeds of property, or it could be that, you need to sign something to do with your district or council or, government or legal documents in some way. I feel like you're going to be on top of things, but I feel this is a year of, that's what I've been given, a year of important documents. For some of you, it could be that you're getting married and you're going to have like a new document that indicates that you have betrothed yourself and your partner has betrothed themselves to you in some way. But I feel like there's some sort of change and it could require your signature. Okay. It could be as really like localized as you're going to change providers of your internet service or your energy service provider, and you need to like change documents or sign something off, or even like end subscriptions that perhaps you've had for quite some time, because I feel like you're really in order and up top of things as well there. Also, because you have that Gemini energy, this is a prime time to get online, especially since the Aquarius overarching energy for everybody, the collective, is really influencing everybody. If you've got a wonderful idea, a unique idea, I would definitely get it online because it's going to be very lucrative for you this year. Also, I see you being a little bit more sociable than you were in 2023. I see you getting out there a little bit more, really curious about what the world has to offer, joining communal events or seeing what's going on in your community, or even exploring your neighborhood in a different way. There may be new like coffee shops opening, restaurants, that sort of thing. I'm just getting this energy of you going, oh, I've never been there before. I want to try that. Oh, that's really exciting. Want to go there. So I really feel this energy of you filling up your diary with really unique and interesting events. And I say unique because I feel like you're looking for the off the wall kind of stuff this year. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. That's what's coming out there as well. Now we've got Grand Trine. So this is great luck following you this year. And it says here, being blessed, good luck, completion, receiving gifts, contentment, magnetic, huge successes, little effort and harmony. I feel like you've put in a lot of hard work over the years. I feel that, you've been, putting your nose to the grindstone with your projects. You've been opening your heart and trying to keep your heart open, even though, the going got tough or people took your kindness for weakness. I feel like you tried not to let the world harden your heart, and you're being really rewarded for that this year as well there. So I definitely see some wonderful opportunities coming your way there too. And finally, we have the Rider. So that really connects to that cardinal moon, that you're in action mode. You are moving forward. I even see here that you're going to meet someone new this year who is going to be integral to your journey. Okay, this could come in the form of a friend or a mentor. If you're looking for love, it could even be someone who is going to be a soulmate. We'll dig in a little bit deeper each month, see what's going on there. Even if you're in a relationship or not, I feel like love is not your primary focus this year. I feel like you're being really hopeful about establishing your beliefs, doing a little bit of soul searching this year, being really strict with your time and your energy and who you invest your wonderful kindness and love and devotion and attention to. And also, I feel, you want to get moving. I feel that you don't want to remain stagnant anymore. Some of you may have felt a little bit like your wings had been clipped for a couple of years, but 2024, I feel like you're really like coming out of a comfort zone there too. Now also, this is, to move towards the sun. So some of you may literally be relocating to try and go to a place abroad, maybe even buy property abroad. The collective seems to be having a very similar energy on this. Maybe it's like the big getaway dream where people are thinking, you know what, I'm going to work towards that retirement goal of buying property abroad in the sun. Maybe that's a collective energy where people are just dreaming of that, because there's some really strange weather going on at the moment. So I feel, it's caught people's attention and really making people realize where they feel like they belong or where they feel called to be. And I really feel like you're no different. You're someone who is deeply intuitive. So you're strengthening those intuitive gifts you have, developing your spiritual gifts as well, your psychic ability, because we all have it. We all have access to it, but some of us are closed off to it. Some of us have a more sort of broader spectrum of it. And I feel like you are deepening it this year as well there. But the Rider, I feel a lot of moments you're going off to do lots of projects, not just by yourself, but also with the people that you care about. But I feel there's a lot of movement this year, a lot of getting stuff done. Okay. And I'm talking about about, you know, the stuff that perhaps you felt you needed to do for a couple of years, whether it's tidy out that closet or rearrange a room, do some DIY, declutter. And I feel that you are really serious about making sure that you prioritize what's important in your life. And with the whip there, you are super serious about it. I feel like you're being really strict with your time. The whip can also represent that you are really looking at people, situations, environments that hurt you, or you feel it's like a punishment to be connected to it, and you're really cutting it out. I feel like you're clearing house across the board. So if there's a toxic person or a toxic food substance or a toxic environment, I feel like you're removing yourself from that, and you're saying, I don't need that in my life anymore. I feel like you're doing you, and I feel like you're sticking to it. Also, you are really focused on your path. 11 is a soul path number, so I really feel like you are focused on your life's purpose, your mission, and I feel that you are really looking also at areas of your life where you kept certain things at arm's length. Now, that could be, and I'm just going to try and translate that energy. It could be, for example, if you've been hurt in love in the past, you may have really taken your focus off love for a while to go through a period of self-development, and you're taking the time necessary to heal that beautiful heart of yours before you open it up again. So you may be looking at areas where you've kept love at arm's length. So for example, you may have launched yourself into work or projects and really not be focused on love at all. And whilst, you know, it's not that you don't desire love deep down, it could be that you have changed your focus so much that you're almost like making sure that you don't connect to it. So again, my guys are saying, give an example, give an example. Okay, so like many years ago when I was hurt in a relationship, and I broke up with somebody, there was a large time where I just involved myself in work, and it was a very cathartic experience because I really got involved in creativity, you know, really expressing myself. And I would spend hours at work and then come home and spend hours, you know, painting. And I really did not give myself any time. I almost became a complete hermit where I didn't connect to friends for a while. I didn't connect to anybody. And obviously I had to go through that process, but there has to be an awakening point where you go, you know what? I'm actually keeping everything at arm's length because I'm in protective mode. I'm making sure that I'm in my little cocoon where I can develop myself and rediscover myself because I felt pretty broken at the time. So some of you may have gone through an experience in your life. It doesn't have to be connected to a high-level commitment relationship that broke down. It could be, you know, it could be like grief, for example, or it could be you've had a really difficult year and you just needed to find which way is up. And I feel this year, you know, anything that you've been keeping at arm's length that you know that you should probably allow yourself to experience in life, I feel like you're letting it in. And anything toxic or negative, you're definitely shutting that out for good. Now, some of you have been doing soul searching already and seeking answers to certain things that have occurred in your life. This is the year where you discover that missing piece and discover the answers. But you're ultimately focused on your mission, your destiny, okay? This card is really about unlocking your destiny, having major revelations this year, and also major breakthroughs. Lots of karma, good karma coming back your way. And I feel lots of portals, doors are opening for you, doors that probably were shut for quite some time because the universe felt it was not the time. But this year, 2024, it is the time. And I feel January, you're looking like more hopeful than ever before, even though things have been pretty difficult, okay? Now, 2023 may have been a bit of a test for you in some way, and you may be healing from some of those tests. But still, I feel like you're trying to be as positive as possible. There's a new year and a new you. That's the energy that I'm getting here. This card is January, and this is about you connecting to new ideas, being inspired, embracing personal growth and development. There's a renewal here of who you are, reestablishing a relationship with yourself, but also you're making big wishes for a big year where you will accomplish them. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major energy cards that indicate big successes this year, okay? Now, the star energy indicates you're aligning yourself with your wishes and your goals, and you may even hear some really awesome news that is connected to your personal development and life's purpose in the month of January. Now, most signs are kind of getting this energy of like easing themselves into January or into 2024, and you know, it doesn't feel like you're doing that. It feels more like you are in the mode of doing, being very productive, getting all your ideas onto paper or starting to take action on them, making major intentions and New Year's resolutions that you'll stick to. And you'll be so glad that you did there as well. King of Cups, you're leading with your heart. I keep getting this energy, and it's 3 signs now in a row that have got this energy. I feel it was kind of Leo, which is go big or go home. Okay, so you may have some placements in Leo or even in Virgo, because those 2 signs got this energy of go big or go home. So you're launching a big dream this year, and I feel, all the little dreams you'll still accomplish along the way, but it's like you want to, dream big. And I feel with the King of Cups here, this is a sign that you're leading with your heart. You're open-hearted, and you are opening yourself up to everything that the world has to offer, despite difficult circumstances. And as you can see there, the ocean is kind of like really choppy. So getting this ship through that arch is pretty difficult, but you are recognizing and trusting that the universe has your back and that you're making the impossible possible this year, okay? Because you are following your heart. But also, I feel this is about you either launching a big business or stepping into a leadership role, or you have ideas and wishes to level up in some way, get a promotion, bonus, increase in finances. I feel like whatever it is, it's almost like the universe this year is saying, your wish is my command. Now, it may not show up instantly, but I feel whatever it is you're trying to get, I feel within a 2 or 3 month period, you're going to start to see evidence of what it is that you desire showing up for you. And I feel there's this level of magic working for you there too as well. Now, the King of Cups can also indicate that you put your whole heart and soul into every single thing that you do. And that's why you are being given a wish this year that will really fulfill you, okay? Because, you do everything with love. And I feel that you are making an effort to make your dreams become a reality. But also I feel in the month of January in particular, you also need to look at your finances, okay? Because we can get caught up, and I'm a water element as well, I'm a Scorpio. We can get caught up in the big dreams, the passion, the, intensity of the world. But also we have to remain a little bit more grounded. So I do feel there's just this little bit, and please don't shoot the messenger when I say this, you need to be a little bit more grounded in January, and do focus a little bit more on finances, especially if you felt that you overspent in the months beforehand. I feel this month, January, I feel like you need to get a little bit more serious about your finances. So some of you may even find a mentor online, or find some sort of life hack that helps you put away extra money or even get better deals and discounts this month. That's what I feel here as well. But the King of Cups really is about being a peacemaker. So there may be something that gets healed, like an olive branch gets given to you in the month of January, but it could also be that you have to stand in as a peacemaker for other people. But I feel don't do it at detriment to yourself. Okay, so that's the energy that's coming through there as well. I feel you have a wonderful heart, but sometimes, people do shoot the messenger. So I just keep getting that energy coming through. So, I'm also getting an energy here of you being really decisive about what gets your attention this year. And I feel that whatever you make an effort on, you will get some really great rewards there too. But also I feel like you're looking at your support network. Okay. If you're in a career, I see you being noticed by someone who is in a position of authority, who really loves your work, and they're going to tell you, and they're going to put you up for a promotion, a raise, or some acknowledgement or recognition for whatever it is that you do. And I feel like you're going to be truly seen for your work as well. And if you're already an entrepreneur, I definitely see that part of your career, whatever it is, could go viral. People are noticing, or you get more clients than usual. People want your services in January into February there, okay? And even in July as well. I see that happening there too. So it's almost like you're having major spikes regarding your career in some way. Now also, if you're someone who is a performer or likes to be in the spotlight or wants to be in the public eye, January is actually a really good month to be seen, okay? Seen by influential people, but also seen by other people. There's 2 months, 3, 4 months here where I feel that there could be opportunities that launch you into the public arena in some way. And if you don't want to be like famous on a grand scale, more on a localized scale, to be known for what you do, I definitely see that this year puts you apart from other people, and you get recognized as a very talented individual who's very gifted. And for some of you, if you're retired, I definitely get an energy here of you looking overseas or abroad at where you feel like you belong. So I get a sense that you're establishing a base. Okay, but you may have a holiday home, or you're saving for a holiday home, and I feel it's somewhere where you can plant roots as well. It's almost like home from home, I'm getting there as well. And if you're thinking about retiring this year, but you're a little bit nervous, I see that like the middle of the year is when you kind of like go for it, and it's the best thing you ever did. I feel like you're investigating whether it's viable for you, and I feel there really is nothing to worry about there either, okay? And some of you, if you are retired, I get an energy of some of you doing something majorly creative this year that could actually bring in more money. It's not something that you consider work. It's something that potentially could have been a hobby, or something that you're really, really talented at that people cannot call it a hobby because you're so good at it. But I feel it's something that perhaps you could make some increase in money there with. Or if you have like a skill set or a trade that you used to do, I feel like you could put like a course of learning online, so that it's passive income coming through there as well, because I just get this energy of you maybe even helping people with your knowledge. I mean, it could also be that you're thinking about coming back as a consultant or dipping in occasionally to do a little bit of stuff, because I feel this energy of projects keeping on the go, and your energy is far reaching. Very busy month for you, January. I feel like you're going to be very productive, focusing on your tasks at hand, but also recognizing that the year has so much potential. And even though it may start a little bit like the usual start to a year, I feel like you're really excited about what it has to offer. Now, as we move into the month of February, this is you really soul searching, okay? I also feel there is something unexpected happening here. You're having some sort of change in the month of February, but I feel it's like for your positive self. I feel it could be something within you changes. It's like your inner awareness. This is a month where you're seeking answers, and I feel like you find those answers to any solutions, solutions to anything that you've been having difficulty with. I mean, the moon card can often represent caution, or use your intuition, follow your hunches. And I feel here that this is more about you making a decision. And it could be something that's either long-term or short-term. And what I mean by that, for some of you, it may be, if you're in a career, for example, you may decide, should I take a long-term position, or should I be more freelance? Should I decide to take some seasonal work, or should I decide to launch something by myself? I just get an energy here of you focusing on your dreams and goals, but also making a major decision about where you feel like you belong and how you live your life. And also the time span that you give to certain things in your life. I mean, there is a wolf and a dog on that card. Wolves, they're pathfinders, but they're also super independent. So I definitely get a sense here that you exert your independence in a situation in the month of February. This could be within the family unit to let people know, I know what I'm doing. I'm all good. You're exerting your independence there. So if you live with your family, it could be a time where you decide that actually you want to move out. Or, it could also be if you live independently, you may decide to come together with your family if it makes more financial sense. Also, I get this energy of security because the dog represents comfort, represents loyalty. So I feel like you're looking at where you feel like belong, but at the same time, where you want to exert your freedom in some way. Now, the moon card is actually really positive, the energy that's coming off this, because I'm getting an energy that behind the scenes, the universe is orchestrating a nice surprise for you, okay? I feel something that perhaps you've been dreaming of or working towards. I feel it's showing up for you. And also, this is a high month for you meeting a soulmate. So if you are looking for love, I feel like there's a romantic energy to February for you. And it's not just all about February 14th, right? That's such a commercialized day. Love should be every day. But I'm just getting an energy of heightened romanticism in this month for you. So this could be your mindset. It could be about how you look at your world, really stopping to smell the roses, enjoy the moment, and really connect to nature. But we've got the King of Swords there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Yeah. Knight of Cups and the Hangman. So, as I said, there's something heightenedly romantic about the month of February there for you. I'm just going to pop that over there, okay? Now, remember, the King of Swords is like the poster for thoughts becoming things, okay? That words are spellings cast out to the universe, and they help us achieve whatever it is that we want, okay? So be mindful of your thoughts here. There is a potential, if you are looking for love, to meet a high-level commitment partner in this month, but it may throw up some fears there or some anxieties. And King of Swords could mean that, you know, this is the thing that you've been keeping at arm's length, because the King of Swords can be a very detached energy. And I feel like you will think before you act. Some of you, if you've come out of a high-level commitment in 2023 or even before, some of you may still be mending. So, you know, you may meet this person, but you may feel that you're still just not ready to pursue it any further. With the Hangman is like you may want to pause on this or keep it, you know, at a slower pace. But I feel, you know, organically you'll move into this relationship, and I feel this person could be a soulmate. And if you are in a high-level commitment already, you know, there may be an energy here of having some really honest, open conversations to deepen your relationship and make yourself seen and heard. Because I feel like you are deciding to shine your light this year and be your wonderful, authentic self. And you always are that, but I feel like you're not like allowing anyone to overstep a mark, or you know, when you give someone an inch, they take a mile. I feel like you're really nipping it in the bud this year. And I feel, especially if you're in a relationship, I feel like there's a lot of processing going on. So I feel that you and your person, really honest, open conversations, you manage to fix whatever it is that perhaps may be pressurizing the relationship. So whether it's, you know, money troubles, or whether it is, you know, expression, whether it is deepening your intimacy, I feel like you find a solution in order to deepen your relationship with that person. Now, King of Swords there and the Knight of Cups, for some of you, that is definitely you meeting someone who has Gemini energy in their chart, especially since you have Gemini overarching as your energy for the year. It could be someone that you meet who is from a different part of the world than you. It could also be someone in business who really like connects with who you are and what you want to achieve in your own life, and there may be an affinity there too. But ultimately, I feel this is a big month for strategizing for you, making a plan, being very analytical, judging where you're at right now, where you want to take life. And some of you may launch a business during this time, which may rise some anxiety or make you feel a little bit uncertain about the pathway ahead, but you're a pro at whatever it is you do. Just follow your heart, you know, be your wonderful, open, authentic self, and you will see that you will accomplish great things. It feels like everything is coming together, and some of you may have like all the logistics coming together there to create something truly special. Now, we've got the Hangman there, which means new perspective. So if you are in a high-level commitment, you see your partner in a different way, and they see you in a different way, and it reignites that spark of why you fell in love with each other in the first place. But also the Hangman is like something that you were holding back on or delaying, whether it's travel, whether it's to leave your job and find a new opportunity, or whether it is to launch an entrepreneurial ship. I feel like you actually make it happen. You know, there is a cusp period between February and March, and I feel that's when you launch something. It's like no holds barred. You're just going for it. And I mean, the King of Swords can be an entrepreneurship card, so it can indicate that you either step into a leadership role, or you know, you set up something that's going to be very, very lucrative there for you. Again, I'm getting this energy of making the impossible possible, and you're following your heart. But also, I feel this is about you deepening your connection with yourself as well, because the Knight of Cups indicates you have a gift and that you are a gift, but it may have taken you a long time to see that, because there may have been something in your past that you experienced when you were younger that you really needed to get closure on and mend, and it's taken you a while, okay? Now, this could be someone who was very strict with you in your upbringing. It doesn't have to be. It could be an experience you had when you were younger, like you could have been bullied when you were younger, or it could have been that you just felt like you were always on the outside looking in. I feel like you resolve that part of yourself and it empowers you in some way. So I definitely see it's like a purging month going on there for you, where you get closure and you let old wounds finally heal. Okay, that's what's coming through there as well. Now, the beginning of the month for you as well is also about looking at decluttering your life in some way and also connecting to a healthier way of living. The star energy indicates you're nourishing yourself in a different way. You're in a new phase of life where you're paying attention to your body, mind, and soul. And you're making sure that your mental health is also looked after there as well. So I see you looking at diet-related things. And I'm not talking about going on a diet. I'm talking about food substances that either drain your energy, because you're starting the year like really being seen with this spark. There's a spark and a spring in your step. And then we've got the moon card. Remember, the moon, you know, it's a celestial body, but it cannot shine all by itself. It requires the sun. It requires light to shine upon it in order to be seen. So I definitely see that you're looking at things like food substances, people that drain your energy, and really identifying them and finally saying goodbye to it if it cannot be resolved. Also, I see some of you kind of going off grid a little bit in February as well, to either focus on a project and really kind of like do you for a little bit, because I see major soul searching this month too. Now, as we move into the month of March, we have the Strength card. This is about you, no holding back, breaking the chains to anything that's ever held you back, and, you know, being at your personal best. The Strength card, it reminds you that power comes from within, and nobody has the power to take that power away from you unless you truly allow them to. So I actually feel like you've written like a line in the sand. Enough is enough. And I feel like you're standing up for what you believe in, and I definitely get a sense here that you are doing something bold and daring. This is the month where it's bold and daring. You're doing something you've never done before. And I feel like it's really going to empower you. You're going to be very busy in this month. Lots of targets being met. If you've got any deadlines this month, you're definitely on it. I feel like you are a real force to be reckoned with. And I also feel that you're going to be very productive here too. But you're not going to forget about self-care. Okay, I definitely see that you are going to nourish yourself and recognize that there are some things within you, especially emotions, that tend to overwhelm water elements. I feel like you're really looking at that and seeing that, you know, emotions are important for our well-being. If we bottle stuff up, then there's going to be a catalytic point where, you know, there is the straw that breaks the camel's back. So I feel like you're recognizing that, you know, to cry is to let off pressure, to, you know, have healthy anger. You know, don't ever let anyone tell you that anger is bad. It's not. It's a human emotion that's important. It lets you know that something's not right in your world. But I feel like it's important to know how to channel excess energy so that it does not get pent up into frustration or, you know, into spurts of defensiveness. So I feel like you're looking at how you can bring more like exercise in. So this could be like walking in nature. It could be going to the gym. It could be through a sport. It could also be through adventure. I definitely see you're trying to channel energy. I mean, it could also be through art or creating something. Right now I'm seeing like a clay sculpture in the water. So it could be that you're using your hands to do something major in the month of March, and it just gets the stuff out. Okay, I can really imagine, I've not really done it before, but I can really imagine clay, you know, really squidging that clay, just getting stuff out, feelings into that would be quite nice, I can imagine. Maybe I should try that myself. But anyway, it's coming through there, so perhaps someone is actually doing it. I'm just going to pull a card on that Strength card, because the Strength card indicates you have unlimited resources to tap into, as long as you love yourself and you respect yourself as well. We've got the Ten of Cups there. So Ten of Cups is about that happy ever after, but it's also about peace, serenity. It's about good fortune and well-being. It's also about things coming to you a little bit more effortlessly as well. I feel that this year, apart from the end of the year, I feel, it's going to be a bit of an easier year for you. Ten of Cups is also about your nearest and dearest, the people that you really care about, having the strength of them around you and really paying attention to what's important, okay? Taking pleasure in all that you've accomplished, because this is a success card, okay? This is the card of having it all. So I feel there's a major milestone coming in March for you where you're like, yes, I did it. Okay, so this could be a qualification or a certification, or it could be something that you've been trying to accomplish for quite some time. Finally, it's like realized, or it is on the physical plane where you could actually see the evidence of it in March. And I really feel like, there is something to be celebrated here for you. This is a card of good news, but it's also a card of contentment, feeling that everything's okay right now. Even though there may be chaotic situations going on around you, I feel like, having the strength and the love of the people that you care about the most, and knowing where your heart truly belongs, that's what's most important to you. And I feel like having your house in order as well. Now, if you are meeting someone in February, I feel like you are kind of establishing a relationship in the month of March with that person. So I feel like you and this person, I feel like actually you may marry this person, whoever this person is coming in. Yeah, I get an energy here where you could move in with this person quite quickly, and obviously not too quickly. It's organic, but I feel there is a strong potential for you to marry this new person. And if you are in a relationship right now, I actually see that your person could pop the question in 2 months. Not in 2 months' time. I mean, there's 2 major months where I see engagement energy. Obviously, not every Cancerian is going to get engaged in the same month, right? But I see 2 months where you could get engaged or settle down with your partner, and that is in the month of April and, bizarrely, in the month of October with the Tower card there as well. So if you are about to be proposed to, please act surprised, okay? Now, as we move into April, this is a big month for learning. So some of you could have actually already booked yourself on a course of learning, whether it's online or even in a group setting. This is about absorbing knowledge, but it's also about reestablishing your faith, deepening your faith, and recognizing that the universe has got your back. Some of you are actually going to develop a higher spiritual gift in this month. You may even implement spiritual practices like meditation and find that actually it's easier than usual. Suddenly you're transcending. Also, I see someone giving you a compliment in this month, someone who is actually in awe of you and how strong you are. Okay, now I'll pull a card on that, but that's what's coming through there. Some of you beautiful Cancerians may even get married in that month. If you've already been engaged to your person, you may have booked this date last year, but I definitely see that some of you could get married in the month of April as well. We got the Two of Pentacles, very busy month, multitasking, rushing around, trying to get everything done, but having faith that you are going to accomplish everything you set out to do. Also, it's worth noting that this is the year of 8. Okay, 8 is the number of the self, but also 8 is the infinity sign. And my guys just reminded me because you've got the Two of Pentacles and there's an infinity sign there, right there. So I feel like you're keeping everything in balance there. And I feel you're learning how to balance your life or keep harmony. Sometimes as humans, we do too much of one thing and we neglect other things in our lives. So you may be focused a lot on work, on your money. It could also be that you're not having enough fun or getting out there. But I feel like you've promised yourself this year that you're going to bring more fun, spontaneous events or moments into your life, and I feel like you are trying to create that balance. Now also Two of Pentacles, I feel this could be a bold and daring moment or the effects of a bold and daring decision that you made in March, because as you can see, this figure is like going that extra mile to just stand on one leg on top of a skyscraper, and at the same time is not even phased. Still holding those 2 balls in the air, like, you know what, I'm doing it. Look, Ma, no hands, that kind of energy. So I feel there's something here you're establishing in a really positive way, and it develops in a very unexpected way as well. Two of Pentacles can be the balance between pleasure and work or projects, and being adaptable. It's so important this year that the collective is flexible. Some of you may set up a second stream of income during the month of April, or you may learn new knowledge to do that and launch yourself either online or, even in your community in some way. But the Two of Pentacles can also be that you have second streams of income, or that you're going to be spreading yourself thin a little bit this month. Queen of Cups, and we've got the Eight of Wands. Yeah, you're going to be in a bit of a rush, okay? So I would say don't go too quickly. You may miss something, but I feel like you're on it no matter what it is. Now, also in the month of April, I see there could be some sort of purchase where you have to shuffle money about a little bit, okay? So some of you may actually get some financial advice. This could be that you're deciding to buy property, for example. So you need to shuffle finances around, or you need the advice of a practitioner who knows what they're talking about when it comes to purchasing property. It could also be that you're thinking about repayment plans, pensions, or even like buying a car or buying a large purchase. So you may actually get some advice during that time. I'm seeing someone literally right now talking to someone regarding a sofa. It feels like I'm in like some sort of furniture store right now, as I can see in the water. It's like someone talking to an advisor about a couch, a sofa. Okay, so maybe that's you, maybe that's what you're saving for, or maybe that's what you're going to be doing in April. Write these things down. They may not come to fruition, but someone out there is going to be doing that, because I'm connecting to somebody's energy, and I connect to the majority energy, but sometimes it can be so specific. Okay, now I feel it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind. Crazy busy in the month of April, okay? You got the Queen of Cups there. So this is an energy of being in the flow, but also opening yourself up to self-care, being compassionate with yourself. If you've got a lot on, make sure you prioritize, because, sometimes when we write like 10 things on our list and we say, oh, we got to do all this, and then at the end of the day, we think, oh, I only did 2 things on that list, and then we start to feel bad about ourselves that we didn't accomplish what we set ourselves up to do. Sometimes we can set ourselves unrealistic tasks or goals, okay? So I feel like you're being a little bit more grounded and practical about what you can do in the month of April, so just watch out for that. Queen of Cups also, this is about establishing a relationship with someone. So some of you, you may have to make sure that whilst you may want to be all cozy with your new partner or your partner that you currently have, and you want to kind of like snuggle down, life still has to go on. You still have responsibilities. You still have to be in the flow and mode of doing. So just watch out for that too. Now, some of you may also learn something about a healing practice, because you're a natural born healer. So you could implement a skill or launch a business, or, really look into going back to college or taking a class in how to do something that helps people. Now, it could be in healthcare. It could also be psychological, like role or a degree in that, like being a psychiatrist, or I just heard sociologist as well. So it could be about understanding people and traits of what society does. It could also be like through like Reiki or yoga or meditation or some sort of spiritual practice that helps others as well, because I'm getting this energy of helping others there too. The Eight of Wands, yeah, really busy, but also great news coming in this month. You're going to be in the flow, and I feel something comes to a climax, okay? Some good news rushing in, but also I feel you doing a lot of rushing around. I feel like you are protected. The umbrellas represent protection, elevation. This would be a great month to get that promotion or raise, okay? So you may hear about it earlier in the year, but I feel April is the month where you're noticed by people in positions of power or the establishment in some way, or it could also be that if you are an entrepreneur, you're noticed and elevated in some way as well. Eight of Wands is taking your life to the next level. So get ready. I feel that's probably where you're kind of like powering up towards the month of April. Now, it's really interesting because each sign has almost had like a start to the year that is not January. So some people, their year starts in February, March, or even like June or July. I feel yours starts in April. Okay, there's a lot going on at the beginning of the year, but I feel like there's a major start. Something big is happening for you in the month of April there for you, and it's really positive. You're going to be so happy about it because look at what your next card is. This is the month of May, and everything's in bloom. This is a card of being really positive. This is a card of awakening and, you know, embracing the joys, living in that moment. But it's also about shining your light, being in a really powerful position. This is a card of success and happiness as well as celebration, and knowing that, you know, the people you care about, truly care about, are around you and support you every step of the way. So really great month there for you. Let's see a little bit deeper, see what's going on there for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God, Angels. This is also a month of abundance. So an increase in finances in some way. If you're taking on a new role or responsibility, you may see those paychecks hit your account in this month and increase your money. Because I'm just getting this energy of money, money, money. Eight of Wands is showing up again there for you. I mean, it could also indicate on the cusp of April and May, you're going on some sort of vacation or a quick trip there. Because I see two major trips happening for you, and that's in July and in November. The Star, you get your wish. Whatever it is you're wishing for, whatever it is you are visualizing, you get it in the month of May, okay? I feel this is a big deal month. Okay, this is a major arcana card, which means you've aligned yourself with a wish. You stand out in some way. You're being seen. Big sociable month as well for you. There's lots of invitations. Some of you may go to festivals or go to experiences that you have never experienced before. Like if you've never been to like a festival, big music festival, or if you've never been to like, I don't know, safari, or you've never been to like a 5-star like hotel, all you can eat sort of resort in a tropical country. I don't know. I'm just trying to visualize what people, not everybody's done. I mean, a chance to be a fine thing. Whatever it is that you're wishing for is what I'm trying to highlight. Then that's what's on the cards for you, okay? Elevation, success, being seen, and most importantly, being appreciated for who you are and what you bring to the table of life, because you bring a lot, not just as a friend, as like a mentor, as a person in a career or even retired, to the community. You know, you bring a lot to your family, to your to everybody that you meet. And I feel like you're starting to realize actually not everybody gives as much in life as you do, and I feel like that's actually a strength of yours too. Okay, so Eight of Wands, I mean these two cards literally could be trip of a lifetime, like a big opportunity, and it could be something that you book in this month to actually action in the month of July there. So I feel a big wish is delivered for you in the month of May there. Also with the Eight of Wands and the Star energy, some of you may travel to see someone who's been a little bit unwell and they're healing, they're convalescing. That's coming through there for you. I feel like, you know, your presence actually gives them a little bit of an oomph, you know, if that's a word. It's like that you give them a little bit of extra perk in their heart, and it just feels really like warming to know that you came to see them or that your presence is there. So I feel there's something coming out there too. Now, as we move into the month of June, you've got the Temperance card. So everything in moderation. I feel like you've created a level of harmony and balance in your world. Things are just ticking over nicely. So you're paying close attention to your tasks. You know, you're focusing on your bills, and, you know, everything's going smoothly. I feel also that you are blending your energies to create something truly special in your world. But also this is about you re-examining your priorities. So there may be a major decision that you need to make in the month of June there. And I feel, I mean, the Temperance card can also be that you're keeping a tight rein on your finances during this month, because after a couple of months there, I feel like you take stock of everything that you've got and you've accumulated quite a lot more finances than you expected. So I do see that there is an increase in money there. But I'm feeling this increase in money from the month of May. So maybe that's a savings plan that you implement, or perhaps you've paid something off by then, so you've got more money in your pocket there too. Now, there's something here that's coming through about launching something in the month of June, now this could be a project. It could be a new aspect of your relationship, for example. If you're meeting someone new and they say, hey, do you want to move in with me? It could be like, ooh, initially, I feel like you're cautious about it, whatever it is. You do have the Five of Swords, so it's almost like something from your past that hurt may sort of arise within you and may make you feel a little bit nervous in this month. But you need to recognize that you're strong because of that experience in the past, and you took the lesson with you. She's got that lesson right in her hand there. And, whilst you've mended that experience, and, that experience, whatever it is, it may come up and trigger you in the month of June. But you recognize that whilst it no longer holds power over you, it did shape who you are and how you, adapt to a situation or how you approach a situation in life. It no longer has power over your future happiness. So I feel, it could be, for example, if you tried to launch a business many years ago and it didn't go the way you hoped for, I feel whatever you're launching this year is actually going to be infinitely better. But you're tapping into your intuition to make sure the moment is right to jump in and take a risk on it. Because this is a month where you take a risk. And that's why you've got the Temperance card there, because it's like, okay, take stock of the situation and in moderation, make your decision and then go for it. So I feel like it's an energy of having all the variables in place before you do it, because the High Priestess is use your intuition. There's an energy here of being in between worlds, where you're trying to tap into your subconscious energy of whether something is right for you, but at the same time, keep your eyes peeled in the everyday circumstances on the earthly plane. Ships tend to represent your journey, tend to represent either a project or a move, or because you have the Chariot card next, it could be that you're contemplating a move or you're contemplating launching something, because we have that ship there as well. The King of Cups is removing the ship from the water because he feels caution. And again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's like shark-infested waters. Now, those sharks, they'll go away. So whatever it is that you feel cautious about, the energy will clear. So there's nothing to worry about. But at the same time, I feel like you are acutely aware of something in the month of June that has the potential to threaten your peace of mind. Okay? Again, I see it as being nothing to worry about, but I feel like cautiously you'll either withdraw from a situation or you may pause, because the Temperance card is a pause, and there is always purpose in patience, because if we rush on into something, then we may miss a detail. Like, for example, if you're signing a contract this month, you don't want to rush anything. If something doesn't feel right, if you're making a large purchase and you're like, hang on a minute, something feels a bit off, trust your gut instincts, especially in this month, okay? It's almost like you're developing your spiritual gifts and deepening your intuition before you get to this point, because the universe gives us all the tools we need to deal with everything that is ahead of us and to come. And I feel still that you're leading with your heart, and I feel like you are going to take a risk on something here, and it's going to be quite awesome, okay? But I feel like you wait for the right moment. So if that person asks you to move in with them, or you've offered like a leadership role, you're like, at what cost? Some of you may, if you've left 2023 with no job, for example, and you've been out of work, you had a redundancy, I feel you've come to 2024 looking for new opportunities. I feel like you may get a big opportunity at the beginning of the year, but they may ask you to do some tasks extra throughout the rest of the year, because I feel there's a high kind of energy of potential redundancies in 2024. You're going to hear more about it, but I feel like you may need to pick up the slack, for example. So if they downsize in a company, you may have to take on more work and without any reward. And I feel like some of you may start to look for a new opportunity. Don't get me wrong, I do see a lot of potential redundancies this year, but I also see more interesting job roles opening up on the market for people to take a risk and earn more money. So I feel things are shifting, but it feels very balanced in some way. So if you do have some, worries about your job or something like that, I feel actually you're being directed towards something greater, something better, and even more money than before as well. But the Fool card, I'm also getting an energy here of letting your hair down, going out there, being more sociable, being curious about what the world has to offer. But I'm really getting this energy of some of you may have put a trip or a vacation on hold. I mean, it feels like a big one, a big journey. So it could be that, life changing trip that you've decided to do in the month of May, but you're like, it's not the right month to do it. You may feel that as you move into July, it's more likely that you'll do it then. Okay, so I definitely see that something that you've been holding back on or delaying, suddenly you launch it and you're going to really enjoy it. But I feel this is also a very fun month for you to connect to your inner child and to almost like have a conversation with your inner child and say, you know what, it's going to be okay. Because I feel there's lots of great opportunities coming your way, and I feel like you're doing this all by yourself. You're a very strong person, and you've got this. And whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish, there is major success as you move forward into July. This is a card of triumph. This is a card of overcoming obstacles or blockages. It's all action and change. So this is going to be a very busy month as well. But I feel it's one of those busy months where you are having the time of your life. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of energy here, a lot of confidence here. You're being very self-disciplined, and you're ticking lots of things off your list. When you get this card, it indicates, a lot of energy, high energy progress month, and I feel like you're dedicating yourself to your goal and you're going to accomplish it. Also, it is a month where you keep a tight rein on your finances. So I feel like you're being really honest with your resources and what you can afford, because I still see that throughout the year, it's like you are managing to save and save and save and save, and you're creating a really nice nest egg to create security there for you too. Now, for some of you, you may even purchase a car in the month of July there. It could be the big purchase that you are waiting to action. We got the Queen of Pentacles, increase in finances, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, big money. I've been feeling it from May time for you, an increase in those finances. So it stands to reason by the time that you get to August, you're in full-blown Empress mode. Okay, Empress is all about abundance, all the rewards for your hard work. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you have some sort of major financial bonus during this period, or you step into a very lucrative position and it gives you more money. I feel for those of you who are getting like a leadership role or a role at the beginning of the year, and you're given more responsibility as you move into the middle of the year. So as I said, you could have some redundancies within a company and you have to take on more work. I feel like you get to negotiate a better deal and you get to increase your finances as well. But if not, I feel like you decide to leave and move elsewhere and take an even better role. And I feel it's even better because it's more in alignment with who you are and what you want to do. But the money is like tenfold. So I feel, you definitely multiply finances. As you can see there, we got rabbits in the corner there, which represent symbolically multiplication for finances and wealth. So Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, some of you may launch from home that lucrative business, okay? Or it's fully established and it's creating a lot more wealth. It's generating more money. But the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like you're really focused on your family during this month. I mean, from June into July, of course, it is your birthday month. So your family or your friends, your soul tribe will spoil you or be around you a lot more. Also, this is about you sticking to your plans this month. I feel like you are really focusing on your goals and dreams. You're being honest with what it is that you can do and how you can change your life, but also, what you're doing with the challenges that you're presented with, because we're all presented with challenges. And I feel like you're riding that wave of life and you're making sure that you are in a secure position. And I feel, I just keep getting this energy of you're making the impossible possible. Now, for some of you, if you're pregnant, I feel there could be a really large gift given to you in the month of, it could be a financial gift as well, given in the month of July. For some of you, I mean, the majority energy I've got is giving birth in August. Okay, but I feel like a gift, if you are pregnant, a large financial gift comes in the month of July towards you there as well. And some of you, I just heard twins. I hear twins. So some of you are going to have twins. Okay, so again, congratulations there as well. Now, the Ten of Pentacles does indicate, more affluence, an increase in your wealth that brings financial security. And some of you are implementing new knowledge to step up your financial game or increase your finances, whether it's through a project, whether it's through social media, whether it's through, consultancy work, or whether it's through like an increase in pensions, because I'm getting an energy here of increase in pension. Now, that happening, it's really highly unlikely, but I'm getting the energy of it. So there may be some sort of small increase in pensions this year, and that will go a long way to help you in some area of your life as well. Now, some of you, not all of you, I want to be very precise with this one because it is very delicate. Some of you, last year, you may have seen someone you truly cared about pass over and transition, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love and care, and some of you may have had to be really like responsible and step up and deal with the legalities and the inheritance, and it may have just been a really like difficult, disappointing time. Okay, and of course you'd rather have the person here than the money, but I definitely see if you've been waiting for inheritance or any sort of like legal documents regarding inheritance, I see that you'll get that in the month of July. What a month for it to come through, right? But what I see here is that I see you're being left a large sum of money there as well, but I feel they're giving me the word remembrance. So someone could have remembered you in their will, or you are remembering this person who bestowed this gift upon you. So they're giving me a sign. One moment, please. Okay, that's really random. They're showing me a sign. It's a wheelbarrow. It's like really strange. Okay. They're just giving me that as a sign. So maybe it's relevant to you in your personal situation, but I feel it's almost like for all the heavy lifting that you do, this is to make things easier. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's like to make the load lighter or easier in some way. But throughout the year, you may actually see a sign. It could come in the form of a reel, a sticker, a poster, or photographs. You may see lots of signs of wheelbarrows throughout 2024. And these are signs from someone in spirit who's passed over, someone you deeply care about, who wants to let you know that they're with you every step of the way, trying to help you with all the heavy lifting that perhaps you've experienced in your life. Okay, so that's coming through there strongly as well. And with lots of love and respect, I'll disconnect from that energy, but I'm sending you so much love and so many hugs there too. Now, in the month of, June into July, that cusp energy, I feel a lot of you, as you approach your birthday month, you're really thinking about the legacy that you lead, but also, the people, the ancestors who walked before. And I feel like you're thinking about how you're going to move forward on your life and, what you're doing differently from ancestors who walked before. And I feel like there's an energy of gratitude here as well. But also I'm getting a major energy that some of you beautiful Cancerians are thinking about retiring. So this may be the year that you decide to do it. And I feel, that you will have the resources available to you to do that this year, even though you may have been a little bit worried. But also you may find that there's something that you can do from the home space that also creates like a second stream of income, almost like passive income. So for some of you, it's real estate. You may actually decide to rent something out in order to bring extra money so that you can retire and live your life accordingly and go traveling. Big month for travel. Okay, I see some of you taking a trip away there. And as we move into August, we have the Empress energy. And this is about prosperity or, receiving the rewards. So I definitely get an energy that you're looking back. It's almost like a pinnacle point in the year where you feel really proud of yourself. Check in with yourself there as well. It's almost like I'm getting this energy of another year older and what have I accomplished? You're kind of like in that zone of looking back, but you're also maturing. You have a lot of wisdom there. This is a highly creative month for you. So I definitely see you're going to be very productive. You're going to be focusing on creativity, creative projects. There's a real cathartic energy as well here. So you might be in the flow of writing or painting or doing something where you get feelings out. And I'm also seeing you as well pay really close attention to your health this month. I feel like, you're glowing. You're having a lot of attention given towards you, but you may change something about your lifestyle in some way. So let me just see what that's all about for you. They're showing me as well, it could be something to do with citrus fruits. Random, I know. Something to do with citrus fruits is coming through. So it could be that they are an addition, or it could be that it is you're cutting something out. So please take it as it resonates. It may be very precise, so it may not resonate with you. Now, isn't it interesting that as we approach, August and September, we've got the Emperor and the Empress. So this is a relationship, or this is divine counterparts. And I've just shuffled, okay, and we had the Queen of Pentacles there, and now the King of Pentacles has come out. So this could be you and your partner, if you're in a high-level commitment, deciding to move or relocate or take a big trip. But it could also be that you establish your relationship with your person, and now you're really getting to know them. There's that 3-month or so honeymoon period where you're in a relationship, and then suddenly you see them for all that they are, and you decide in that moment, is it love or is this something that's run its course? But I see it's love, and it's established, and it's long term, okay? Now also, it's really wonderful that you've got the month before, Queen of Pentacles, and then you increase to the King of Pentacles. So I feel that middle part of the year, it's almost like you're getting that extra luck. Remember, Jupiter and Taurus are working their magic for the collective right up until the middle of the year. And then it's all change. And you can see things changing there as well. So King of Pentacles, an increase in wealth there, but also being serious about your goals and dreams and an opportunity that is found. I mean, you're the sort of person, you will find an opportunity anywhere. You put your whole heart and soul into everything. But this is also a card of being a little bit more focused on money, or being more budget aware this month as well. And really, taking stock of your plans. I feel this month there could be this productivity energy where you're doing administrative tasks, paying bills on time, of course, focusing on, any phone calls, emails, or data that you need to pay attention to. I would also say keep an eye on your hard copy mail in this month, okay? Because there may be something that gets delivered that you really need to pay attention to. So, if you tend to be the sort of person like me, but we'll just pretend I didn't say that, who rarely checks a spam folder on email. I'm not really good with all these technological things. But I should, because sometimes there's mail in there that I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I reply to that? That was like 3 months ago, and now the deadline's gone. So I've tried to be a little bit better. But I feel this month in particular is a really important month to keep an eye on hard copy mail, okay? Now, as we go into the month of September there, we have the Emperor. If you haven't noticed, it's almost like you're staircasing. You're going from kings to queens to empresses to emperor energy, okay? So you are leveling up in some way in your life. And again, it's not gender specific. It's about establishing power. Okay, so with the Emperor there, this is about you being in a super position to exert your power or your influence in a situation. Also, this is about guidance. So some of you, there may be some sort of guidance sought during this period. And, I cannot ignore that there may be some sort of establishment experience that goes on. And what I mean by that is the Emperor can represent authority, people who govern society, or, the establishment that's already in place with the rules and regulations. There may be something that gets implemented or something that gets put out to the public and shocks, because we have a cusp energy with the Tower and the Emperor. So I will pull a card on it. But ultimately, I feel this is about you protecting everything that you have, because the Emperor is a protector for everything that he has worked to establish himself at. And this could be you protecting your position, protecting your finances, looking after your family. But ultimately, I feel like you're in a really great position. And this is a card of success. Okay, this is you providing your life with everything that you need. But it could also indicate that some of you, especially since you have the Chariot card and then the World card kind of on either side, it could be that some of you are going to take up a class of learning a language. You may be thinking about moving abroad, maybe something that's on your mind there too. I mean, the Emperor energy indicates a strictness. So you have gone from the King of Pentacles, which is to be serious, and then you're going straight into September where you're being a little bit more strict. So you may feel like now you need to like knuckle down and take on the next part of your plans, or you need to get organized and focused, strategize with the next steps ahead. I mean, you've got the Chariot card there, and we've got the Ace of Swords. So a new idea. Yeah, you strategize, you got a new idea that you want to start running with, but also this could be, you know, that some of you, and I don't mean to put a fly in the ointment here, some of you in the month of September, if you've just purchased a car, if you've got a car, I would watch out for speed. Okay, because there's a high potential that someone in a position of authority may see you speeding, or you're caught speeding, and you may get a ticket there as well, a communication. I don't like to give you that message, but maybe that's the document you want the hard copy mail. Keep an eye on it, because if you ignore it, or if you don't see it, you know, they don't see that as an excuse. If you don't see it, you get a bigger fine if you don't communicate to them in the time frame that they want you to communicate. So that's coming through there as well. But the Chariot card, again, it's success. It's triumph. It's overcoming an obstacle. So you're completely dominating something here. And also I'm being given an energy of dominating something in the health arena. So it could be that you have a major breakthrough on something that's been bugging you or triggering you. It could be like an allergy. Suddenly you recognize what it is, or it could be something that's bloating you or hurting you in some way. You cut it out forever. Also, the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords can indicate some sort of surgery or procedure, but this is only if you have one booked, okay? I'm not seeing anything going on here where you may need one. But if you've already been expecting a date for a procedure or some sort of surgery, I definitely see that you're in good hands in the month of September. This person knows what they're doing. They are a pro. They are someone who has authority in the area that you are dealing with. And I feel like, you know, with the Chariot card, I actually feel with the Chariot card, you get a date, but then it's brought forward. So there may be like a cancellation or something. So look out for that there as well. But when you see the Ace of Swords and the Chariot card, this means destiny is intervening in some way to bring you something really good. So I definitely see expect results that are quick this month, that lead you forward towards either an excellent piece of information or some really good news that helps you along on your journey. Aces are gifts from the universe. I mean, this could literally mean that you're being asked to join a club that is only for certain people. Or it could be that, you know, you are entering a portal or a door that has been shut to you for years, and suddenly the door is wide open for you. You could be like joining a lucrative club, or you know, gaining reputation in some way for whatever it is that you do. And also, this could be you getting the key to a new property and moving, making that final move, putting your life in boxes and making sure that you are, you know, establishing yourself at where you feel is home. So I feel you may, you know, find that property at the beginning of the year, but ultimately I see that, you know, you may actually finally establish yourself in that property at the end of the year there. Now, this is the month that we all need to look out for. We have the month of October, and it's a big old tower. Now, the tower is not to be feared, okay? It can indicate that there is a restructure in your life. You may be suddenly deciding to revamp a look, revamp your wardrobe, or you want to change everything, or you're actually deciding to leap out of a comfort zone because you're feeling uncomfortable or a little bit stagnant in some area of your life. No matter what goes on throughout the year, there's always going to be a point where we sit and take stock of everything and say, you know what? That didn't really happen the way I wanted it to. Let's revamp it in some way. Let's approach it in a different way. And I definitely see that this could work in your favor. Could also be like a sudden realization or an epiphany moment for you, where suddenly you are aware that you need to shift perspective, or something gets taken away from you in order to replace it with something greater, okay? The fact that you have the World card right next to it and the Emperor energy, it could also indicate world events that shock you and really shake a foundation in some way. Now, in one of the other readings, I saw like, you know, an earthquake around about this time. And I'm just seeing a mountain at this time. I'm not seeing an earthquake. I'm just seeing like a large mountain. If I was to describe it, I would say like, it looks like the Matterhorn, like in Switzerland. I'm not saying it's that. It looks like it, but like you see one mountain, you've seen them all, right? They kind of look the same. So it may not be that, but if I was to take a guess, it looks very pointy, and that's all I can compare it to right now. I mean, a tower can also represent a mountain. So it could be that there is something that happens in a mountain range that maybe makes the world pay attention to it. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to move along from that. Now, whatever is happening for you on a personal level with the tower, you're protected and redirected, and you actually respond differently to whatever this tower is, because the Knight of Swords indicates you're very goal-oriented. But whatever this tower is, it prevents you from feeling bad about it. It also does not get in your way of happiness. As you can see there, this figure is literally painting out the clouds, which have the potential to ruin the view of the sun. So I definitely get a sense here with that feather as well, that you're protected by a very long line of people in your ancestry, and I feel like they help you move through whatever this is. But ultimately, a Knight of Swords with a tower is a lifestyle change. So this could be like a major wake-up call regarding something in your life, and you feel it's got to go. I've got to change this. I've got to do something different. So I feel it's more of a revelation for you, this tower, and Ten of Wands. It could be related to you taking on too much, being burnt out, okay, overburdening yourself, but it could also be that you're releasing excess, clearing space for new beginnings. So I feel like you are reordering or restructuring something in your world, or something is restructured around you, which causes you to feel a little bit heavy in your heart, but you don't allow it to get you down. I don't see it as being something like major, but the Ten of Wands can also indicate make sure you get better sleep, make sure that you are implementing self-care, but also it can be that you're realizing something doesn't belong in your life anymore because you're feeling this heaviness. Tulips tend to represent new starts, springing into action, or something new being sprung there for you. And for some of you, there might be a major expose that happens during this period that surprises you, but intuitively you may have known it all along. This could be on a personal level, could also be on a global scale, but Ten of Wands is an energy of, pressure and stress. And when we've got the Knight of Swords there, the two combined literally means you're approaching stress or pressure in a different way. You're not allowing it to get to you. You're adapting to a new way of thinking and behaving. So you're remaining flexible and making sure that, it doesn't get you down. Also, the tower can represent isolation. Some of you may have felt that you've been really busy, or you may feel that you're stuck in some area of your life and you want to liberate, because the tower can kind of represent like a prison where you go round and round and round in circles. And remember, there's a nice run of luck for you in the middle of the year, right? And when you get to the Empress energy and you feel that level of comfort. Now, comfort is wonderful, but when we get too comfortable, it can sort of tip into the realm of complacency or feeling a little bit bored, So with the Emperor having that strict energy, like I need to get serious, I need to think about my plans for the next 5 years serious, then suddenly the Tower is like, right, what do I need to do? I need to reorder, restructure. So I definitely get a sense that you're making that Tower energy work for you, okay? Now, we do have November being a very great month for a cycle coming to an end, learning a lesson, but this is a card of success. This is a victory wreath. Everything is in balance for you, and this is also about completing a cycle where you feel like you're exactly where you're meant to be. The right people, right situations are coming into your life, and the world can indicate that you are very goal-oriented this year and you reach your goal. Okay, so I see two areas where you get a wish delivered, and this is the second one. Okay, so I feel November, something is delivered to you that is really lucrative and you'll celebrate it. This is a great month for celebration. Also, I see that if you were thinking about emigrating, this is the month that you would do it in, okay? Even if you're trying to logistically get everything ready to establish yourself overseas, it could be that final paperwork gets resolved then, or whatever it is that you're doing, everything gets resolved in November. And also with the World card, this is a card of things coming full circle. All the effort that you put in, all the goodness coming back to you. You're going to really look back and feel satisfied with a job well done there. Okay, Ace of Wands. I mean, there's a lot of new starts in your year for you. And it's really interesting that you've got the World, which is the close of a cycle, and then you've got the Ace of Wands, which is the beginning of a new chapter. So it's almost like you're starting your 2025 early, okay, in the month of November. Now, this could be that you are highly productive. There's like a spark. You've got a new idea and you want to run with that vision, but also it's adventure. So this is a big month for you to take a major trip. And there's 2 months where you could do that major trip, and that is in the month of July and November. I mean, there's something here about, holiday of a lifetime, but it could be something that you're planning in the month of May, but it doesn't really get completely finalized until either of these 2 months. So that's what I'm seeing. For some of you, it's going to definitely be July. Some of you, it's definitely going to be November, okay? Now, some of you may actually literally write a book. The collective are getting very creative this year. Each sign seems to want to express themselves in new ways. And I feel some of you may launch a book or publish a book because the book is showing up heavily there. But also, this is major transformation. This card literally means that you're dreaming big. Okay, you recognize that dreams do come true and that you can accomplish what you did so far because you've been bold and daring. Now you're on to the next bold and daring things. You're really inspired at the end of the year. But also, it feels like you have unlimited potential for transformation, and you're going from, strength to strength is what I see there too. I feel there's a lot of new things happening for you, new firsts. So, for example, if you've never been on safari, you may go on safari. If you've never parachuted from a plane, you may be doing that. I feel this is a year where you're going to try everything that's new and a little bit off the wall. And I feel one of the big months for that for you as well is in November. Now, also, I feel there could be like an intervention by spirit to give you an extra resource in the month of November. It could come in the form of an idea, but it could also come in the form of chemistry with a person, a friend, because I feel there's someone entering your life. Emperor, yeah, this person could be a little bit older than you, okay, or it could be your partner. There's someone who inspires you, so maybe you and your partner, you set up a business. Or I feel like there's someone entering your life in the month of November. I actually feel with the energy that this is someone you don't know. So this could be someone who's older, who gives you some really great advice or helps you in some area of your life. I feel like they're entering for a reason. Some people come into a life for a season and some for a reason. And this person's definitely here to help you on your path in some way. So expect a visitor round about this period. And also there may be some family that come to see you as well unexpectedly in the month of November. Now you leave the year on the Hermit, a quietly reflective energy where you're like, you know what? I accomplished a lot. This is an energy of enlightenment, really, channeling your thoughts towards what you accomplished, the people that you care about, everything that went on in 2024, but also, really recharging your batteries, taking some time out. That's literally what the Hermit means. Take some time out for regrouping your energy, going on a retreat. If you're lucky, some of you may think about a spiritual retreat this year, but also I get an energy here of you having a lot of wisdom and using that inner wisdom to take you into 2025. And that's when it's going to get really crazy for the collective, right? This year it's going to be difficult, but I feel, you're in a really good position to weather any changes there. The bear represents endurance, and we've got that star there. It's like new wishes, but also really looking at the wishes that you wanted to accomplish and how they showed up for you this year because of all the effort that you've put into other years as well. So I feel some of you are reestablishing yourself, reconnecting to yourself, sitting down with like a good book, really taking stock and taking some time out. I'm just going to clarify that card before we close your reading. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Okay. Seven of Swords. Okay. Now, the Seven of Swords is not an evil card. A lot of people, attribute it to betrayal, dishonesty, running away from something. But actually, the history of the Seven of Swords is that the figure is trying to take the swords away from the army because he does not want to fight. So he is implementing an alternative strategy to find a resolution. So I feel he's misconstrued. Okay, that's because the card is actually yellow in the major arcanas. Any card that's yellow in the tarot deck, they are positive cards. They represent prosperity and independence. You know, the Seven of Swords is all about independence, living life on your own terms, not conforming, living a life that you want without people pleasing. Some people will not understand the path that you take, and that's okay. It's not their life to live, it's yours. And some people you'll find want to live vicariously through you, so they have expectations of what they want you to do. But this year, you're not conforming to that. So I actually feel that, you know, some of you, I'm really getting an energy here as well of some of you creating new plans or formulating new ideas that you're about to hatch for 2025, and you're really playing them close to your chest, okay? So I would say keep your ideas to yourself, especially in the month of December. And I'm going to pull another card with a different deck there because I don't want to dismiss the fact that sometimes, you know, the Seven of Swords can be attributed to theft. So I would say keep your eyes peeled, especially when you're in public. You know, there may be an opportunist when you're on your own, because we have the Hermit card, which is on your own. It could be that when you're distracted looking at something, someone comes to like swipe your phone or your purse. So just watch out for that. I don't see anything, you know, malicious there, but it could be really disappointing. So just want to pull a card on it as well. Yeah. Hold on to your possessions, Four of Pentacles, okay? Also, you know, secure your possessions. And yeah, I would say you get to hold on to your possession because of your wisdom. This is really about, you know, you just have an inner truth and you kind of know. So really implement that knowingness there as well. Now, I do feel that with the end of the year, December, I feel that you actually may be a little bit more of a homebody than usual, okay? Whilst you hatch these new plans, whilst you figure out what it is you want to do in the coming year. You're going to spend more time with family. You're going to be saving finances this month as well, holding on to money rather than spending it as much. I feel like you get better deals. So I feel some of you may even wait for sales if you're trying to purchase gifts and the like round about that period too. But I see that this month is more of a downtime month where you just take stock of everything that has occurred there, okay? Now, I'm just going to get some final cards for you before I close your reading. Okay, so there's another egg for you there. So I definitely see that, you know, hatching plans is something that you will be doing quite a lot of. Now, you know, I don't see anyone wishing you unwell with your plans or trying to steal your plans, but you know when you say you're going to do something and you put it out there, sometimes it takes away that passion or the wind in your sails. You know, sometimes it's better to just action it rather than talk about it, and I feel that helps you move forward as well. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay, so we have, yeah, in the shadows. Look at that. In the shadows. Keep your personal life private. Not the right time. Move in silence. I definitely feel that's something throughout the year that you'll pay attention to, but mainly at the end of the year there too, okay? Now, we also have fertile, and it says hatch new plans. That definitely came out there. Inception, creativity, reborn, source, nest egg, and flourish. So being able to save a little bit more money this year, pay off, you know, any repayment plans. We've got quite a lot here for you. We've got ascending, floating to the top. And it says pay raise, promotion, bonus, authority, responsibility. That all came out for you there as well. We have Phoenix, rising from the ashes. So you may have been through a really tough time in 2023, but this year is going to be infinitely better for you there. It says rising from the ashes, new career, ambition, rebuilding, inspire, spotlight, and the fire within. I definitely see you have that lust for life returning there as well. We have medicine. Okay, so some of you may be finding, organic products that are medicine for your soul, or you may identify something that's perhaps triggering you in some way. We already mentioned that. It says healing money blocks, reprogramming, being open to receive, healing arts, and shadow work. I definitely see that February is your month for shadow work there as well. But the year ahead after that looks like there's a lot of progress and good times. We have umbrella. That's probably why my guides really pointed at the Eight of Wands, showing you the umbrella, that you are protected in all of your endeavors. And it says here, all under one roof, consolidate, work in-house, many hats, far-reaching, and you're covered. Okay, now some of you may even, because I just saw the word insurance in the water, some of you may actually make sure that you have insurance for your business or your property. I mean, they did say at the beginning of this reading that this is the year of important documents, and I definitely see that it will be. We've also got open window, golden opportunity. It says clarity, guidance, spiritual calling, and synchronicity. So you're being given a little bit of extra help this year by the universe. And we also have abundance. It says, fruits of your labor, harvest, extra cash, fulfilled, blessed, overflow, and the time is ripe. And we have transformation, so big change happening for you this year. You can see it month by month there. And it says, undergoing a dramatic change, separation from the old life and the dying to the false self. So you are always your wonderful, authentic self, but I feel like you're just establishing or reestablishing boundaries this year, drawing that line in the sand. It says new birth, and Virgo got this card as well there. So perhaps you have Virgo placements or a connection to Virgo. But it says creation and metamorphosis, birthing something new and coming into being. Okay, and I mean, the scarab beetle tends to be very, very lucky as well. It's all about protection in your endeavors and in life in general. So I definitely see you're being given the go-ahead in life to just go after the big dream. And we also have, as I said, in the shadows, we talked about there too. So definitely a wonderful synchronicity between the final cards and the whole year that you've had so far. We're going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Oh, you got one rune, and this is interesting. We have the giant rune, and actually the giant rune is all about protection. Protection, security, redirection. I mean, this could connect to fulfillment, heeding advice, and basically having hunches that work out right for you. Could also be you being a little bit more community-based or connecting to people, being a little bit more social. This is about not playing small. Okay, this is literally about allowing your light to shine. You've decided that at the beginning of the year, and you're not letting anyone dull your shine or derail you from your path. And if in the past, you found yourself in circumstances where you've just found yourself playing small. I know I have. I know people who have been very manipulative in my life, in different areas of life too, not just in personal relationships. They've tried to manipulate the energy to make me feel small. And in the past, somehow I allowed it to happen. It just happens, right? But then as you start to mature and you start to see a little bit more and you wise up to things, you start to reestablish that boundary and say, hang on a minute, I've been here before. You're not going to be able to touch my energy today. So I feel like you are using that empowerment this year as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. Very complex. If it does resonate, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.